Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. What I got for you today is a review of a neat new quadcopter, the RC-136WGS. With the W, we know we're going to have Wi-Fi FPV, but the G tells us one thing. We got GPS on this particular quadcopter. Not only GPS, we also have a 1080p camera that it can be remotely swiveled up or down via the remote control. Additionally, this quadcopter has follow me capability and circle me capability. That means that this transmitter has a built-in GPS to it, so that we can do those type of advanced flying features. Well, all in all, this is for under $200. The WGS version is under $200. There is another version of this, the RC-136WGS, which has 5.8 gigahertz FPV, which provides the enhancement of being able to fly out even further with FPV video. With Wi-Fi FPV, I'm not going to see probably very much range, probably about 70 to 80 meters. We'll find out here shortly. But with the 5.8 gigahertz version, it should provide much farther range. And I'm hoping to get that in the future too, possibly to review that one also. So let's go over the quadcopter a little more in detail. Again, you know, this has a GPS. Here's its GPS antenna. Again, it has a 1080p camera with a very nice lens on the front of it. Actually, I'm going to clean that lens a little bit before we take off. But a wide-angled lens. Additionally, it records directly to a microSD card, so we don't have to worry about Wi-Fi lag. And again, it is a FPV transmitter, so FPV Wi-Fi. So here's its Wi-Fi antenna. Additionally, it does have a proprietary battery, unfortunately, but let's look at it. It's 7.4 volt, 1500 milliampere hour. It tells you it's battery charged by doing actually a long press here to turn it on. And we have 4 bars, so we're good to go there. So I'm going to turn it off now. And again, it slides in and plugs in like so. Make sure that you press this button when sliding it in, or else it will not close. That's the quadcopter itself. Let's go over the transmitter. Notice all the labels I got on this transmitter. There's a lot of features this thing does that you are probably going to need to label it like mine. Let's go over the buttons first off. This one is for the 5G version. This turns the video on and off and takes a photo. But again, that's for the 5.8 gigahertz version. To start and stop the video recording on this Wi-Fi version, you need to use the app for this, and I'll show that here shortly. To start, the camera is controlled via the app. This is its return to home button here. You press this and the quadcopter will return to home. Takeoff and landing is via this button here. You do a 1 second press and it'll do automatic takeoff, or press it again, it'll do automatic landing. Circle me mode is activated by this button here to activate it. Let's see, camera up, or moving the camera up, you go like this, and moving the camera down, you push this button down like that. And this button here is for follow me. You activate it by pressing this button here. So in effect, none of these trim buttons on this are trim buttons. They all have a specific feature of the quadcopter. It controls a specific feature of the quadcopter. The quadcopter has high and low rates, which you can activate by pressing into the pitch roll stick. And you can manually start and stop the motors by bringing both sticks down and inboard, and stop them also by bringing them down and inboard. You can do a compass calibration, and I'll demonstrate that here shortly by bringing this stick down here and this stick up here until the quadcopter's lights blink, and then conduct the compass calibration. And you can do a gyro calibration of its gyros by putting it on if it's drifting a lot. And I can't see it drifting a lot, this being important especially for a GPS quadcopter, but you can adjust its gyros by putting it on a flat level surface and moving the stick up to the left and down and to the right and holding it that way, and it will calibrate its gyros. But again, that would only come in play if you lost GPS lock and were flying in altitude hold mode. Normally, I would not recommend you flying this in altitude hold mode. Wait till you get a GPS lock, and that I'll show you how you can determine you have GPS lock here shortly. So let's fire it up and see how it performs. Okay, we're going to bind this. First off, we're going to turn on the transmitter and put it here by the quadcopter. Then turn on the quadcopter by pressing and holding this button down for about 3 seconds. And we heard beep beep. That means we got a bind. So again, you turn this transmitter on, Then you turn on the quadcopter. That's reverse of what the instructions stated, so remember to do that, folks. Okay, now let's go into the Wi-Fi app and start it up. Okay, I have the Wi-Fi app started up. It's the RC Leading Wi-Fi app. It's available on Google Play and iTunes. But first off, let me see first. Right now we got solid light. I don't know if you can see that or not, folks. That means we got GPS lock. But I want to do a compass calibration just to be safe so we don't get toilet bowl effect. And the way to do that is bring this stick down and this stick up and then hold it there for a few seconds. And our lights should be blinking right now. Let me see if they are. Yep, they are. Now we can do the compass calibration. To do that, you just turn the quadcopter 3 times clockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Then you hold it nose down and turn it 3 to 4 times clockwise again. 1, until the lights become solid. 2, okay, they're solid. We have compass calibration. Once you see solid lights, you have compass calibration. So we are more or less ready to take off, folks. We have solid lights telling us we got GPS lock, and compass calibration is complete. Let me open up the app, hit and play, and we have FPV video, as you can see here. And let's move the camera up and down. Try it out. That's up. That's moving it down. See, I'll hold it up to show you that. Watch its nose. Pointing it back up again. Oh, there it is going down. Let's move it back up. There. That's about as high up as you'll get it. But it does have a wide angle lens. So we are seeing horizon. Let's take to the air. Let's first start the motors manually. And let's do that automatic takeoff. And we'll check its stability, looking for toilet bowl effect. Toilet bowl effect is when the quadcopter goes around like it's going, the water going down a toilet. That means you don't have a gyro calibration. And it ain't too bad. What we're looking for is big circular movement. This one's not moving too bad at all, actually. So it's got pretty good lock. Let's bring it up a little higher. Looking underneath, we verify the lights are solid, so we do have GPS lock. I'm going to start its camera right now. Camera is started. And you can check. You look underneath, there's a, well, it's not really safe to do it that way. I ain't going to do it. But there is a little blinking light underneath that'll verify that you do have compass, or you do have recording started. Okay, let's go up a little bit higher. Right about there. And let's push forward. Oh, before we push forward, let me make sure I am recording. My mob is in. Yeah, mob is in, is recording. So let's push forward and see how far we get with with Wi-Fi FPV. I'm still seeing video as it's going out, and we'll push out until it stops. Now this is 2.4 gigahertz video. There, it stopped right there. I didn't expect it to be very far, folks. Okay, I got video back again. Let's go up a little bit higher. Right there. I still got Wi-Fi. Let's go a little bit farther forward and see how far we can go. And it stopped again. So I'm out about 60 meters. If it's straight up and down, bobbing like that, I do have signal. Let's turn to the left. Oh, it's flying back to me. I didn't tell it to do that. I don't know why it flew back to me. I tried to turn it to the left. We'll go out this way. Maybe it didn't have signal from the transmitter. It looks like it's trying to land. Okay. I don't know why they did that, folks. Let's go over to it and see. Make sure it did an automatic return. I've got a feeling that it did not pick up the signal from the transmitter because of the 2.4 gigahertz on the FPV of the phone. I'm pretty sure I got sufficient power. Let's find out. Taking a look. I got 3 bars on the battery, so it wasn't a battery. That meant the only reason it would return to home, folks, is if it lost reception from the transmitter. So I'm guessing that it did. So that may be a limitation of this Wi-Fi version. Both, you're only going to get range of about 60 meters for FPV and probably only 60 meters for the transmitter because of the interference between the Wi-Fi. So mainly this one here would likely be a close-in flyer. Okay, and useful mainly for circle me and follow me. And let's demonstrate that next. Let's see if I can do an automatic takeoff without starting the motors first. No, you got to start those motors first. So bringing down an inboard, automatic takeoff. Let me stop that recording, start it again. Okay, let's go up a bit higher. Go out right about there, not too far. Let's try that follow me. Pressing the follow me button. It turns, points toward me. And let's try the follow me. Actually, let's go the other way. Hold on, folks. Let's turn off follow me. And go over this way so the sun's at my back, or sun's at my face. Lighten me up. Hit and follow me again. Now let's try it. Okay, looking at my screen, I can see that it is following me. Picking up speed a bit. Not too much. But it's working. Let's go over this way. Look at all this trash. Some truck went through here a couple weeks back and dumped all kinds of burnt wood with nails in it out here in the desert. Oh, that just made me so angry. But what can you do? People are stupid. But let's go up a little bit higher. Let's try the circle me. Okay, stopping follow me and starting circle me. Will it start? Oh yeah, there it goes. So yeah, this W version, it's not a long-range flyer, unfortunately, because of the interference between the Wi-Fi and the transmitter, but it can be used pretty easily or very well for circle me and follow me. Let's stop. Let's see if it'll follow me while doing the circle me. Something tells me probably not. Let's go over here. And no, it just remembers the position that this transmitter was at when I started circle me. So let's go back to follow me while it's doing that. Let's see what it does. Will it follow me? Apparently it does. So again, you know, the W version is mainly for close in, mainly for this follow me and circle me. Let's get a little closer. That's too far out. One thing I'm wondering, does it point the camera at me? Let's turn off that and let's go up a little bit higher. Actually quite a bit higher. Right about there. And hit that follow me again. Does it point the camera downward? Oh, it goes right overhead. Yeah, it does. I think I'm showing up in that. Take a look here. There I am, just blobbing a bit. Let me turn that off again. Turn the follow me off again. And let's pull backward. I want to be right there. It's coming back again. Yeah, let's turn that follow me off. And it's pulled back. Is it going to come back again? No, it's staying there this time. Turn and follow me back on. Is it going to fly back toward me? Okay, there we go. So let's go over this way. It's going right overhead. Turn and follow me off. Let's come down lower. And again, let's go over, so the sun's in my face when it's pointing toward me, right about there, and hit follow me. And am I showing up? Yeah, I am, but pretty far out. Let's come a little closer. Right there. Oh, where's it going now? I don't know. It went right overhead, and it's landing. It must have lost transmitter again. So what it does, it's returned to home. How many lights do we got? I got 2 lights. When it does its return to home, if it loses, it must have lost transmitter signal there for a bit, it will return to where the transmitter is, not where it took off from. That's interesting also. Okay, let's check out those lights, see what we got. 2 bars. Okay, let's stop that video. And start it again. Taking off again. Going back into the air. I want to make sure it's above my head because I'm going to continue with more follow me. Right over here. Right about there. And activating follow me. And let's go for a walk. Boy, that's a wide angle lens on this camera. Really wide angled. Running across the desert. So yeah, again, the G version, mainly for follow me and circle me capability. Not for long range FPV flying. If you want to have a long range flyer, you're going to want to spend the extra $35, $40 to get the FPV version with 5.8 gigahertz FPV. Mainly, you won't have the interference from the Wi-Fi of your phone interfering, and the quadcopter interfering with the reception from the transmitter. So that's why you would consider getting such a quadcopter, the FPV version. This mainly, again, is a selfie one. This is the selfie version in effect, the WGS. Let's go back to circle me again. Okay, maybe I got to turn follow me off and turn circle me on. Its lights are blinking. That's telling me it's probably getting close to the end of its flight time. I'm holding it down. It doesn't want to do circle me on low when it's low battery. Right now it's low battery. Its lights are blinking. Let's get it away. When it's in low battery too, it doesn't allow itself to go out more. There, it's doing an automatic return to home. It does a return to home on low battery. And it's going to return to home on you, so wait until it starts its descent and get out of the way. When it starts its descent, it remembers where it's coming down at. Get out of the way of it. Let it land. Its batteries are low now. So we know it does return to home on low battery. Another thing, on low battery, it will not go further than 30 meters. Won't allow itself to go further than 30 meters when it gets to low battery. So that's the end of its flight time. That's its flight time, folks. Let me stop its video and make sure I got the video. And pressing again, stopping. So that is the WGS version of the RC-136. This is the follow me or the selfie version in effect of the 136. Long range version would be the FGS version, but long range exploring isn't important, and selfie and circle me is, then you get this version. But again, the FGS version also has circle me and follow me, so I would recommend spending the extra $35, $40 to get the FGS version personally. So hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101 signing out.